Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium. At any time the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense working from the pistol. He's got a chance. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Horned Frogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. At the 35, he's loose. Turning it on. Touchdown, TCU. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Quarterback empties his backfield. Davis looking to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save ahead and just get out of bounds.
Gives it on the option. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. The Huskies are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And man, it's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
Down and touchdown right out of the chute. They'll try to keep their first drive alive by converting on 4th down from their own territory. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Off the play fake on 1st down. Lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Oh, man. Those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again when you watch this tape and you go, how did I miss that? He was so open. You have to hit those plays. There's nothing you can say positive about that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give on the inside. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Washington right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
It falls incomplete, and man, did connected on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. Washington sends out the punt team. After that last fake, I think we know why he's a punter. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got it in the middle. It's Payne. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Makes the catch. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Breaks the tackle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Now, after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Washington. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Hey, for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the LCON. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Payne. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The inside handoff. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
And the Horned Frogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Smith. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Payne. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover zero, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
On the move, it's Carr. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
The give to the left side. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff.
On the double. Let's go.
Wide receiver going in motion. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get into the 33-yard line. The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal.
42 Spiders.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Timeout, Washington.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Arkansas was anything but dominant today, but the Hogs are going to leave Razorback Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the Elcom. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Huskies headed quickly to the line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Big play on this 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. At the 40, there he goes. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And the Huskies just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. On the ground, it's Gray. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Got room to work. Past the 30. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
First down on the offense.
Finds his man. It's Dickey. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Fires to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They boot it away on fourth down. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Going to swing it on second down. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion.
Get set, get set.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is.
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Cricket.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Throws to the wideout. And he will score! Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
What a difference a change of scenery makes, right? I mean, they went into a hostile environment. They lost their first game, but they've rebounded beautifully. And I think coming back, playing in front of their home crowd really has impacted this game, and it's gotten them back to 500.
And he puts through the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Davis will throw. Takes the easy one to the back. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. The Huskies want to pick up the tempo. Grab near the sticks. It's Lyons. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line.
There he goes. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. 4 wideouts at 2x2 on 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Carr. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. On target to the left. Perfectly thrown ball, nice catch, good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5. Quickly complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Huskies! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Davis looking to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. He stopped just inches short. Had a good catch. Tried to get it in, but was denied. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Ezukama. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The run from the shotgun. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Here we go.
They'll go to the air. Using the quick game. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
Man, that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Washington wants to go quickly. Davis will throw. Quickly to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Might be looking to run. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Davis looking to pass. Pulls it in. It's Lyons. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Trying play action. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Pressure coming. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Caught near the sticks. It's Bray. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Huskies will hustle through the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Clock stops when we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Davis will throw. Caught near the sideline, it's Harris. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
There we go. There's step one. There's a lot of things that needs to happen for this offense, but they started with the touchdown. Time's ticking out. We got to go for 2 here. Cut this to 8, where we maybe can get another score and get that 2-point conversion to tie it.
So as big as that touchdown was, equally as big, converting this 2-point attempt and making it a 1-score game. He's got it in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we have a 1-possession game late.
35, Washington, 27.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That defense getting back there. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The offense changing the play. To the air on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Under fire. Another incompletion on third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Cut there. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Oh, he's getting ahead of... Touchdown, Huskies! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, it's a great job getting the touchdown. Obviously, now you've got to go for two. You got to dial up your best two-point play to try to tie this thing with only seconds to go.
A gargantuan moment here as they try to tie it up late with the two-point conversion. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They got the touchdown, but still a two-point conversion short of tying it up late. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They need this two-point conversion to tie, and we might get a little free football out of this if they do. This is a designed run. He gets into the end zone for the two, and we are tied coming down the stretch. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Time out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Looking to fire. Trying to get behind the defense. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Man, if I'm a on defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. Give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
TCU.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Loses 3. 2nd down coming up.
Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Going for it all. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They take the lead here in overtime.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Man, you played the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after?
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now, do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
Washington will snap it in the red zone. Going to the run, it's Gray. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
At this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterback sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over.
42 Spider.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Green 25.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
3rd and long, and they don't want to move backwards to make sure they have a chance to kick an easy one and win it in OT. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Not sure if something's wrong with their kicker, but they won't try the game-winning field goal and instead go for it on 4th down. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. That'll do it! A double overtime touchdown to walk it off! What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.